I was 16 in my first year in college. Fred was in his last year, and these colleges in Boston were rushing the boys through college so that they could go to war.
I was in the Navy. I served on a troop transport that carried all this small landing craft, and that wasn't the kind of time and place you wanted to remember.
And for the next 4 years, there were no men in Harvard Square or anywhere in Boston, more or less, because of Second World War. But they all came back, and we were lucky if they remembered us.
I remember the time when I met her. You see somebody you would like to get acquainted with, well, you speak up and start a conversation with them and see where it leads you.
He came to my home to visit, and my mother said, "That's the one I want you to marry." It was 68 years, wasn't it, Fred?
I'd have to do the arithmetic, and I don't get into the arithmetic anymore.
I count every year. Oh my goodness, not another one. But we have 6 children. They are 5 girls and a boy. And most people say, "Were you Catholic or careless?" And we always had to say, "We've been careless. It's been a lot of fun." In the beginning, hard times with the children coming along and trying to figure out which you need most, water or gas, and which bill to pay that month. We handled a quarrel by Fred going down in the basement and banging his workbench. And I handled it by going in the bedroom and crying. And neither of those ways of working were too successful. We both wrote down if we had a difficulty. They would know how we felt without our having to have an angry encounter. And then we come back and discuss how we could work it out better. And it worked really well.
We both enjoy life together, and how can you do it if you're not somewhat the same? But you don't want to be duplicates of each other, and so we don't try. We be ourselves.
I've marched in a lot of peace marches and equal society against racism. I'm apt to be right out there being a bossy cow or something, and Fred is just the opposite, which probably is a good thing. We two opposites fit together. I was at a protest, and so we were all there for Cesar Chavez, and they said, "Just hang easy when the cops come. It won't hurt so much when they drag you away." It was about my bravest moment in my life. Fred was watching when the police came to pull us away, and they had their little clubs. You might have been thinking, they're taking the mother of my children and leaving me to raise them all back.
If they had tried, they would have heard from me.
We loved our home in Seal Beach, and we weren't sure we were ready to leave it.
But the care that was offered to us was tailored to what our needs were then, and it's tailored to what our needs are now. I appreciate that.
It is very important to me that all the levels of care are offered. Then you know that you'll be taken care of no matter what happens. It would be horribly painful if we weren't able easily to see each other, because after 68 years living, together, that's a lifetime for a lot of people.
Yeah, we're together.
A lot of things offered here that are simply splendid. And I do think that living here, we can look ahead and see happiness. That's important. I don't know that many couples have been that lucky. So I feel that we're very lucky, don't you, Fred?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.